We started our day off by grabbing some In-N-Out Burger before we started to run our errands. Next up, we went to a tire shop. I needed to replace one of my tires and then just check the pressures and things like that on my other tires before we hit the road tomorrow. It was like 110 degrees, so I took the boys to the pool and they played out there for about 2 hours before we came back in. The next morning, we got up really early at 5 o'clock in the morning and started to get all of our stuff to take it down to the car. The boys are pretty tired because they stayed up all night playing their games, but we had to get out of there around about 6 o'clock to hit the road and head towards Colorado because we had a long drive on our hands. So I was checking to make sure I'm sharing my location with my mom and my husband. Along the way, we seen a museum that we'd stop by in Utah, but unfortunately it was closed when we got there. So I went and stopped to get me another Coke for the road. If there's a Love's, I'm going to stop at it. Love's is one of our favorite gas stations, so that's always going to be a tradition for my family when we're on the road to go by Love's.
Love? It's called Love, right?
Yeah.
So if you
And we have to take I-70 all the way into Colorado.
we go right here. Go all the way.
The boys grabbed some things off the grill, and I grabbed me another Coke, of course. Then Jakari got the car, so I was showing him how to clean off the windshield and get all the bugs off of there from driving down the highway. I love driving I-70 when I'm leaving Las Vegas and when I'm actually heading to Las Vegas because it's one of the most beautiful drives that I've ever taken. When I was driving, I noticed that my GPS added 2 hours to my route and traffic was coming to a slowdown. It ultimately turned into a complete stop and traffic was moving down from 2 lanes to 1. Luckily for us, we only sat in traffic for about 30 minutes and not the 2 hours, so I was pretty happy about that. Finally, we made it into Grand Junction, which means home is only 4 hours away, so I was pretty pumped. I grabbed me another Coke and I filled up my gas tank because I don't like to have my gas go underneath half, so I always fill it up when it gets there. Connor needed his glasses cleaned, so he wanted me to clean them up so he could look out the window on the way. Here's the deal. There was a storm that was going to be coming through Colorado. I knew it. I got a little behind on my schedule. I should have left earlier because the temperatures dropped like 30 degrees, but we made it in safely. We got ahead of the storm, and I definitely enjoyed this.